to send out a YouTube announcement too. Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Okay.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh my god, our team looks good.
Just not Leona. Xerath's annoying, but it's not Leona. God, Xerath Gen is just obnoxious. Yeah. Yasuo mid. Okay. What's up, everybody watching? Sorry, getting everything set up here. All right, we should be good to go. Did finish doing a patch preview earlier today, so I'll release that tomorrow. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just do the tier list for every role, just because we know what's coming down the pipe, and I can just release it early. I know people want the earliest, you know, predictions and information they can get, so I guess I'll do support as its own tier list, and then I'll do the other roles. I take a little bit longer on support just because I know that's what most people are probably most interested in on my channel. But I do want to get back to covering the other roles too, and I can probably do those in a single video. My new format makes that a little tougher, but I can do like just 4 different whatever those things are, tier maker charts. Try it out, see how it goes. Okay, so we picked Lulu here. Just pretty much if it's Jinx, I'm picking Lulu, most likely. Jinx is just super good with Lulu.
To Summoner's Rift.
They have kind of a cheese comp early. Alright.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Early stream hype. I really wanted to go around 11:30, but I got caught up doing some WoW stuff. Yes, I do, Delib. Yeah, I actually talk about that a lot in the video I'm going to go over tomorrow, so if you want like my full breakdown, be sure to check that out. But of course, I'll talk with you as much as you want on stream also. But yeah, I think that's actually going to be really good for the game. What Delib asked is, what do I think about the jungle changes they're doing on the next patch? And I think it's really good. Basically, camp spawns are going to take longer. We're pretty much going back to the rubber band meta. So it's going to be more annoying as a bot laner, but I think overall, if I'm trying to be unbiased, I think it's better for the game. Where they're bringing back some catch-up experience. Where pretty much, if a jungler falls behind in levels, they can get back into the game. And the camps are going to take longer to respawn. So what that means is you're going to see more of the turbo ganking junglers, the Lee Sins and Zhao. You know, just that Rammus. Just stuff that can really kind of win the game on ganks early. Maybe Nidalee and higher elos. Jarvan, maybe. Because it has really just been kind of like a... has just been sort of a farm meta for the last year or so, right? Like, it's almost just a waste of time to gank. A lot of the best junglers, even in Pro... when, like, with Karthus jungle, Lilia jungle, all that stuff. Jinx. But yeah, I think it's really good. Damn it. Lulu? Fuck it. And the stutter stepping, man. Oh my god. Please just run. Okay, yeah, this is back. This is back. Dude, please, why are you staying? Oh my god, she's fucking dead. Like, literally, why did she stay? She had to blow her flash for no reason. Like, we knew he had teleport, I pinged it. But at least she didn't die, I guess.
Nosy Dewdrop.
But yeah, I do think it'll bring back early junglers, and I think that that's just healthier for the game, for there to be risk. If you gank and it fails, you know, it's a problem. I just think that the turbo farm off junglers, and I just think it's not healthy for the game if the jungler can have just as much gold or more gold than solo laners and be the same level. It's not good because there's a lot less risk, right? They don't have to worry about trading in lane. They don't have to worry about last hitting. You know, it's basically just there's far less fail cases. So I think that they should be somewhere between, they should be somewhere on par in my mind with like ADC or support in terms of like their levels, at least their levels. Just because they have so much like macro power early. You can't have all that macro power and the guaranteed power.
An enemy has been slain.
Damn. I gotta stop stutter stepping with Lulu. I'm not really sure what's up with that. Oh, can we just... Okay, yeah. Yeah, team comp's really good. Rammus is extremely good right now and very underrated, especially after those changes. Set still good? I don't know. I haven't seen Set in a while, to be honest. Rammus, in my mind, is pretty uniquely positioned because he's very, very good against other physical damage champs. He ganks really well early, and now he actually has access to the back line with his ultimate, so he can jump over the front line and get on the AD carry, which is a huge problem he had in the past, was he didn't really have a way to get on that back line. Right, like a Hecarim, for example, who can just ult and get on the back line. So his win rate's not like that crazy, I don't think, right now, but I still think he's very good. A fail ward. ran forward and took all those hits. God. Fucking clown.
Yep, that tasted purple. Zippy! I recommend Skippy.
We need to get priority and then go get this dragon.
An enemy has been slain.
The order was given.
We aren't gonna like
Right,
this.
baby. Dude, it's this item right here. It's still so good.
Oh, arm guard, yeah.
It won me that fight.
Alright. Well, we should already be like almost on the second dragon with how much we've been dominating bottom with Rammus.
Oh,
An ally has been slain.
There, Rammus, stop doing red. They're about to use Rift top. If Rammus would have been there to counter gank that, he would have killed them all.
Rampage.
She just like, what's going on? Is she like typing or what?
yeah.
She's like sitting there eating every skill shot. Well, hopefully she doesn't go AFK.
Whoa. Sizzy.
It's like, dude, you got to dodge this. Like, I'm Lulu. I can't go up and block. Like, Xerath stuns for you. Well, now they're at that point where this is going to be pretty hard to deal with without a Rammus gank. Like, once they both hit 6, it's a problem.
Killing spree.
Okay, hopefully they don't run that way.
We'll see more of it. Zippy!
Shut down. Shut down.
Yeah, there's no way I could get there fast enough. I didn't have priority.
Yep, that tasted purple. I recommend
Dude,
there.
run, Jinx! Oh my god, stop!
Get last hit.
Okay.
An ally has been
She's like walking right up to that Yasuo.
What? She went? You should have stopped backing.
You gonna jump? God, they have so many control wards. What is this?
Your turret has been destroyed.
never look a tool in the eye.
Interested in LS's MSI tier list? I don't know. I haven't really been following the teams that well.
Much too tall.
Are you talking about, is it like a champion tier list or a team tier list? I mean, I'll have to check it out at some point. It's probably going to be a little bit different than solo queue, but... So I don't want to, like, say I'm not interested in terms of, like, disrespecting his content. I think it's probably good content. I just haven't looked at it. Champion tier list. Be interesting to see what he thinks like is going on with like pros and stuff like that, but I haven't really been following the pro scene too carefully outside of just what Double Lift was covering near the end of the season. I really liked Double Lift's sort of co-stream, so Sneaky was fun. Yeah, I was trying to stay close so Jinx wasn't isolated, but I had no mana. Like, all I could do was auto attack.
He's really not that strong, just be careful. I'm trying this mid turret.
Alright.
Shut down.
Everyone is watching.
Wait, why did she stay? God, that's gonna kill her, isn't it? God. This Jinx is so greedy. He might get the tower. Maybe I should have stayed for this. Oh no, he's not going for it. Okay. I think they could have had the tower if they really wanted it. They're trying to rotate mid.
You'll see more with your eyes closed.
Okay, never mind. There it is. Wasting time. Alright, Jinx got Kraken, which is good.
Slain.
Is Kha'Zix up there? Oh, they're sweeping down here. Like Kha'Zix gonna be here. Well, we can't get poked out. We kind of have to all in him. Who is Nessus? Quit. Is that a player? Huh. I think LS is okay. I mean, for what he is. He has bold opinions. He's a contrarian, you know, but he focuses pretty much exclusively on pro play, and he's really upfront about that. So sometimes it applies to solo queue, sometimes it doesn't. I think he started to do like lower tier lists or whatever, but I don't know. Tier lists are always, there's always going to be some wiggle room, right? Even if you ask like pro players, there will be some consensus on like some champions, but a lot of stuff is going to be you know,
An enemy has been slain.
different content creators are gonna have different sort of perspective on it.
Rampage.
I don't like to hear that.
An ally has been slain.
Hey, at least we got golems top though.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what's up, Daniel? Zyra is getting buffs. I don't think that's gonna be enough. I mean, it's nice if she's like at, you know, gold or lower or whatever. Yeah, I guess I should have had that flank. I mean, I knew they were bot side, so I should have had that flank covered better. Vision. We don't have Jinx. They're gonna have everybody.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I could just get Xerath ulted. Shit, well.
An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Nice. Oh god, it's getting weird. I can't see anything.
An ally has been slain.
Oh.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
Jinx is just like rage splitting or something. Shit, really? How do they have that worded? I guess they're just guessing, shooting in that bush. Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a buff on Jinx or on Zyra. I mean, it's cool, but they really just need to rework support items and just make offensive items that require you to have, or like damage support items, carry support items, where you have to have the support item completed. Or you have to be on the ward portion of it. Just something like that. Just locked behind something in support role.
Oh, Rammus is gonna show bot and they're gonna get Baron.
Yep. I mean, I guess at least Jen's down there. Maybe we can defend it.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh yeah, we can defend it maybe.
I don't know if we want to fight it, man.
Oh god. Oh. Rammus. I can't.
Can we get this? I mean, we're all really low. No.
Can't do it.
No. Jinx gave up on the play.
Looks like I'm gonna have to get Morello's because no one else is.
Yeah. Why don't we use Oblivion Orb? I mean, the Yas is 0-6. I'm not entirely sure it's necessary. He's the only one that... Well, I guess Darius heals too. Yeah, you probably do.
Yeah, Darius is just gonna be annoying. I'm more worried about Darius than Yas.
Okay. Can we trade third dragon for Baron? I guess not. I mean, we can just win fights if Jinx is just there and she just grabs a juice box.
Enemy has been slain.
God, if he just didn't get stunned there.
Rammus' ult? Oh, he already did ult.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Just get this.
So weak. Can we kill him?
Your turret has been destroyed.
Oh, it's 3 of them? Okay. Or 4 of them, shit. Whoa, dude, what the fuck?
We need to kill them and get Baron. We kill them.
Oh my... Dude, what is that slow? Wow. Kha'Zix with, like, the 100% slow. Cut off. I don't know if we can do it or not. I don't think so. I got it back.
Life's really all about the quiet time.
Especially with Xerath and Jhin. Just kind of doing their thing. It's gonna be tough.
I recommend skipping.
Rammus not that. I mean, I don't know if I would call him OP. I think he's strong. They have nerfed his items, right? So like they nerfed Kim Tank and they nerfed Deadman. Especially because Kha'Zix is like coming back into the meta a lot more because they nerfed Hecarim and some of the other like semi-tanks, Udyr, stuff like that. Kha'Zix didn't do so well against. Can we fight on our vision? Dude, Rammus, no. Rammus, no. Dude, no. Holy shit.
Just avoid Darius, we'll be okay.
Rammus, no. It's like Baron or Jhin? Baron or Jhin? Okay, well, we're gonna have to try it without him.
Yep, let's just get it.
Shut down.
we just get Baron? Oh my god.
Guess not.
Dude. What is wrong with these guys? Like, we're actually getting Raptors when we just ran them off? Jinx, please. Stop.
Dude.
Why did, God, how are these people out of bronze? Like,
game I've ever seen.
how are they out of bronze?
I mean,
It's like, we could have had this Baron like 5 years ago. Now, Kha'Zix is almost back up. I don't know if we can get it. Shit. I cannot believe we didn't get Baron. Now they're gonna get Baron off of that. Jinx is like literally doing Raptors after we just killed their jungler and one other person and have full vision. Rammus is literally going bottom when we just killed 2 or 3 of them to go chase the 80 carry. Okay, well, one of them went to go do Dragon.
Down.
You'll see more with your eyes closed.
Yasuo went to go get Dragon instead. Okay, can we actually do Baron here instead of chase around? I guess it is Kha'Zix, but like, just put down vision.
That tastes good.
Kha'Zix already had to use his ult. Just do the Baron. What is hard about this? We could have already had 2 Barons by now, I swear to God.
And
Like,
is it
no
even
joke.
worth to do Baron at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please do Baron. We just want a tier 2 instead of Baron. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's go. I mean, we can't just end because our team is not doing what we need to do to end the game. I mean, we're not toying around with them. At least I'm not. I'm trying to call the best play.
They just didn't want to do it.
They just want to go chase kills instead. Wait, we're not there. We're not there. Rammus is just like the epitome of like, I don't even know. I don't want to insult lower elo people, but like, just champion on the screen, get him. Like, Jinx was not there. We weren't there. honest to God, how are these people out of, like, iron? I'm not hating on low elo when it's low elo. I'm hating on low elo when it's platinum. Like, that kind of play is fine, and bronze is fine. It's normal. Shouldn't be happening in platinum. They certainly were not running it down that hard. They were making a lot of mistakes, but all right. Yeah,
Definitely should have won that game.
we should have just let Rammus int, I guess, and just backed up and just held the base, given him inhibitor.
Yeah.
With Jinx, you and me. That's the other account. I'm plat 3 on the other account. Learn how to get carried? What do you mean? Hard to get out of plat. True. I mean, that was literally Jinx was just throwing a fit since, like, her first death in the bot lane. And I'm almost positive there were some of those times where she was deliberately, you know, in her mind thinking it might be better to be with the team, but I'm just not going to do it just out of spite. And she was just, like, what I call rage splitting top. On several fights. And then, I mean, she, on top of that, of course, she was just, like, not good mechanically or whatever, but I think she was, like, somewhere on the scale of trying to sabotage the game. And then you just had Rammus. I don't think Rammus was trolling. I think he was just incredibly bad at making decisions down the stretch, even with someone literally pinging it, like, with every ping available. Just, like, willfully ignorant. Oh, yeah, if other lanes listened. Yeah. I mean, it's... You don't even have to, you don't even have to listen. Just anyone with a modicum of sense can see, hey, we have full vision of Baron. The support just gave us all the vision, cleared out all the wards. We just killed 2 people right next to Baron. Pop quiz, what do you do? Like, you could probably ask somebody who literally just got the game yesterday, and there's a pretty decent chance they would be able to get the right answer. They'd say, oh, the big purple monster thing. I mean, I don't know how to keep them happy. I'm not going to talk her through it. It's not worth it, because she's not going to listen either way. I didn't KS. I didn't take anything from her. I did everything, like, that I could. There's no way to keep them happy. Either they're bad and mad, or they're not. That's it. Oh, okay. Telling the team to learn how to get carried. Okay, yeah. It's just an unfortunate one. I mean, that last one, we should have just let the Rammus int. We were going to lose the fight, and we did when we showed up, so we didn't have Jinx. So the correct answer is let Rammus die. And because we could have held them off of the base, because we had Baron empowered minions. They may have gotten inhibitor, but that's better than getting the whole game. So, hey, good to see you again too, Cross. That was kind of a rough one, but maybe they were afraid to do it because Rammus was like always dead, just about when we were, or like not on the correct side of the map when we were trying to Baron. But You can do the Baron, especially if you're on red side. You can do Baron without your jungler, as long as you zone off the other jungler, right? If you just have full vision of the jungle like we did, if he runs up, you just turn around and kill him. It's a little bit harder if you're blue side and they can just like roll up and jump over the pit. It's a lot harder when they're coming from, you know, the bottom side of Baron. But yeah, I mean, we had him zoned. We did it at the very end. Rammus did it with like 100 health. We still got it. Can't save them with solo carry. I'm not sure what you mean. Well, Cog did get a lot of buffs the last 2 patches, but the hard engage, like the Alistar, is a problem. Early game. But we do have like we've got Jason and Yi can also pop off. So, but yeah, I mean the hard engage is not great for Kog'Maw. Cleanse doesn't really do a lot against Alistar either because he's a knockup. I'll just do conditioning here. Do I have any advice for learning a language? I mean, I have learned some other languages, like, very temporarily, right? For just school-related stuff for the most part. I think one thing to try to... Oh, Duolingo or something. I don't know. I mean, look for cognates as much as you can. Like, just learn, like, verbs and, like, the basic grammar. And then sometimes you can figure out what's going on in a sentence, even if you don't know all the words in it. But just try to learn the verb conjugations
You'll see more
of, like, really common tenses. I think that's probably the best way.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I mean, you could try, like, maybe watching something with subtitles in that. I don't know how good YouTube subtitles are.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Or, like, translations are. But you could try watching it with subs in its own language, then you can hear it and see it at the same time, and maybe it's something that's entertaining or interesting, and maybe you pick it up.
just a pinch.
Depends on what your purpose is. I mean, the best way to do it, obviously, is just go live or, like, actually speak with people in that language. So if it's, like, if it's Spanish, if you know anybody that's Spanish or you work with anyone that's Spanish or whatever, you know, you can just try to talk to them in Spanish. You know, if you have the luxury of going and living somewhere, then that's the best way to do it when you're sort of forced to try to communicate with it.
I recommend
What? Huh. I think, but if it's just kind of cold turkey, I think grammar's the best.
First,
Just learning grammar.
a solid
an enemy has been slain.
What actually, what elo are we in? It's like Master Yi jungle chasing them to the tier 1 tower. It's legit. How is this platinum? I mean, we should be able to win. Like, that means the enemy should be making tons of mistakes, too. We just gotta take advantage of it as much as we can, but...
squirrel looks familiar.
I mean, he has no CC and, like, no damage early game. Garen's, like, okay. But like they're like walking through the full Mordekaiser like circle thing that he does. He's like kiting them through that. Wow, okay, this lane's going better so far. We got the early push on him. Thank God they picked like Vayne instead of Jhin or something. Or Tristana. Yeah, I personally think in order of difficulty is probably reading, then writing, then listening, then speaking another language. So I would try to learn by reading stuff first. Most people don't write in it, I guess, unless you have to do it for a class very often. But I would try to read some of this stuff first. You can list like some children's books or something. Don't get flash queued. Careful, Cog. Okay, he wasted his flash, though, I'm pretty sure. It's weird he doesn't have Hex Flash, but... Which is weird because that's like the opposite of how most people learn it in their native language. Right? Most people listen first, then speak, then read, then write. But I think it's the reverse order if you're a foreigner trying to learn it. Because you can read at your own pace. No, Cog. Oh my god. Oh, he got... What? How did he get her? How? Did he hit her with a max range Q? Did she had to have turned around. See, that's the thing. If people were playing really bad in your elo, like, on your team, that means people are playing bad on the other team, too. And you just have to figure out how to just exploit that weakness more when you're getting exploited. Okay, let's just back. Let's back. I guess we can do, like, one more wave. Where'd Kha'Zix go? Did he go bottom?
I think
he's gonna be here. Okay. I didn't see which way he went after the gank. Okay. You're gonna get stopped, maybe, Colin? Maybe not. Okay. Oh, really, Edie? Really? That seemed like a good idea? What the fuck? This guy's so bad. I mean, he's 0-3. He's level 3. He literally just, like, queued into someone that's level 6 when he's level 3. What is this? Okay, I guess we got some kill trades. That's good. Yeah, if you just want to learn to speak Spanish, I would just, yeah, watch some shows and get it in, get the subtitles so you can hear it and you can see the, like, the Spanish below and maybe try to learn it. Spanish is spoken very quickly, though, because its vocabulary is not as precise as English is, so oftentimes they have to say more words to put out a similar meaning. So that means...
Kyle's going this way.
Okay. That means they just kind of naturally speak a lot faster than a lot of English people do. Because they have to fit more words in. Spanish is more musical, I think, than English is. So it's probably got like a better aesthetic to it, but it's less precise. English is the most precise language in the world. It has like the most unique words. Of course, most people don't use the vast majority of those words, but And a lot of that's because of the British Empire, right? Where he just took over all kinds of places around the world, and you absorbed a lot of their phrases.
I don't have.
Has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Okay, nice.
Oh, we got dragged too. Nice.
Yeah, we got it all. Yeah, Spanish is useful. I had some Spanish. I mean, I worked with some people in the restaurant that spoke Spanish. I mean, most of what we said was just a bunch of, you know, slang, bro talk, locker room talk type of stuff. Back and forth to each other just for fun, joking around, but... Oh, telenovelas? Did someone mention that? Yeah. Yeah, just watch some Spanish shows and put it in Spanish sub. Or you could just put it in English subs, too, if you want to. Or translation. Now, the translation might be a little off. But you can maybe get the hint of at least how they're building their structure of their language. It's very similar to English.
Shut down.
It's the most similar language, I think, to English is Spanish, so a lot of cognates, as they say, words that sound like English words that are very similar. Some things are just straight up English words, like jeans. Los jeans. That's actually how you say it. It's not even heens. But yeah, one of those language learning software things is probably pretty good too. If you want to pay. You're on a timeline. Who got the shutdown on that?
Alright.
And Kha'Zix is going off too. I need to get better wards.
Nosy dewdrop.
Most language, a lot of European languages do derive from Latin. Yeah, Latin's a little harder because it's grammar. So much of it is just about the grammar, because grammar kind of determines how the logos works, like how your language makes meaning a lot of times.
Alright, I'm going top.
Does he have flash? Yeah. Who could have seen that coming?
Shut down.
It's just like, it's almost always a bad idea. I say this over and over and over again, I'm like a broken record, but to try to pressure under tower is just almost always the worst choice you can make.
Enemy double kill.
Sometimes you get plates, but more times than not, you're gonna get ganked. Like, you want to push and then go do something else. Like, get a good back timing, fake a back, and get them out of the bush. Go get better vision, go row middle. Like, there's so many things you can do that are better than just, like, hit them with a couple of extra auto attacks. Especially against Alistar, like...
Could you do a look at my oak and give me play advice? I'm a Leona, and Nautilus my username is Interstellar 5555. My win rate is all Rakan. I don't rate as much.
I couldn't understand all that, but thank you so much. Yeah, I'll look at it right after after this game. Dude, it's 2v3. So aggressive. Alright. We don't even have flash.
Shut down.
I mean, Alistar can just, like, literally just flash Q. He can't right now because his flash is down, but... in theory, he can just flash Q like he did anytime and like headbutt under tower. Even if Ari wasn't there, like if he headbutts under tower and Vayne like pins him against the tower. Alright, he's got it warded. Dude, I don't know, Yi. I really don't think so, man. It's gonna be warded. I mean, that's warded for sure. Maybe if Garen comes down, I don't know. Seems bad. Cog does have shield bow.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Maybe we can stall. Basically out of mana. Probably shouldn't have shielded him there. Yeah, just give that up. I don't think we can do anything about it. I don't have position. Really need to go get more mana. Maybe we should have just backed there when Kog'Maw backed. I was thinking maybe I could defend Dragon, but it's probably a mistake. Isn't that warded? No, don't dive. I mean, we don't know where Kha'Zix is. Yep. Not right.
Ally has been slain.
I have to flash. Yeah.
Shut down.
I don't have any mana. Disaster. Yeah. When the person with teleport is up 2 levels and 50 CS over the person with ignite, it scales better. It's not good. Especially when your Yi that's 1 in 5 wants to dive bot tower. I should have been more adamant about pinging him off of that tower. I just didn't have a lot of mana for that situation either. I should have just bailed. As soon as Cog got Mort ulted, I should have just bailed out. Getting the Ahri was good, but... Kog'Maw, come on, buddy. Rotate, rotate, rotate.
An ally has been slain. Shut down.
Why are people so bad at macro? Like, I don't understand. If Kog'Maw was just there on time, we maybe could have turned that. I'm probably gonna try to use that middle. Yeah, Cog clearing those camps was a mistake. I mean, I think we still could have been there on time, even if that, even with him doing that. Okay, Cog just got Hurricane, which is big. I don't have a control word for that. They're gonna have position.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I don't even know if we can contest this. We don't have any vision. What are we? Garen, what the hell? It's gonna be a cleanup.
You'll see more.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
Are they baroning? Well, they see ye bottom, because, you know, dude, don't. Okay, can we baron? Oh, no way. Did he flash?
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Does he have any items yet? He's got one item.
Yup. That tasted purple.
What? Oh, that last bolt, I guess. I don't think we can do it, man. I have to just give him that.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Why is Garen not ulting Ward? I don't think he was within execute range. I mean, they're gonna try to go get Baron here. He was? Okay, I don't know. Maybe Morge is bad. I mean... Are you surprised? They chased to the tower and gave first blood on Garen Yi. But, I mean, it's still winnable. It'd be nice if... This is why I don't like stuff like... I mean... Master Yi, in theory, is one of the better carry junglers, but this is why, in general, I... Fuck it. Well, I guess I should have expected that. That's why, in theory, I don't like carry junglers. I'd much rather just have tank junglers, because then if you fall behind, at least you do something. Like, he doesn't do anything. It didn't look to me like he was within kill range, but I could be, you know, I could be wrong about that. G coming, or what? Giving up on life? Let's go, let's go! Let's go, boys! Jeez. Yeah, I don't know if he's filled or not. I have to assume he doesn't play E a lot. I think Nunu, like, Amumu's pretty good. I think Nunu is just really good. There's no shame in playing Nunu. Like, it's great. Rammus is really good. The champion, not the last Rammus we had on our team. Oh, that's unfortunate. Super minions. Yeah, I think in general, Rammus is really good too, right now. We're just kind of your average, you know, gold, platinum player or whatever. Amumu's still alright, it's just like his ganks aren't like as stellar early, but I think Rammus and Nunu are just really solid. Nunu just always has like a 53% win rate. He's just everything. He's so good, and just people just don't play him. He's got a good clear, he has great ganks, he has flexible itemization paths, does pretty decent damage. Damn it. Damn. I had like a microsecond there where maybe I could have ulted the cog. I was sitting there ready for it. I was trying. Nunu can't... Well, I mean... I think that term is just so difficult, right? Like, what does carry mean? Like, you can take over the game with tons and tons of ganks and just, like, securing every objective. It's like, yeah, he's not going to do as much damage as, like, Yi does, but sometimes you just never get to that point where you can do that kind of damage, you know? What do we even get here? I guess maybe Zeke's?
You'll see more with your eyes
To help clog out with more damage, maybe I don't get blown up. I've died way too many times this game.
Same.
Go, 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 go! What the f... God, this Yi is just... Well, you can take over a game. You don't do, like, a super ton... Like, just a crazy amount of damage, but... That's fine, I think. A lot of the champions with the highest win rates are not the hyper carry champs. Just call them all. Come on, dude. Well, everybody's dead now. What was he doing? Getting a dagger real quick from the shop while everyone's doing the game-deciding fight? You're gonna have to try, man. Hold up, boys. I gotta get a dagger real quick. Maybe he was low. Like, what was he actually doing? I mean, what am I supposed to Mikhail's, though?
Alright. Well, that's gonna have to be it for me.
Alright, man. Some rough stuff there. I'll catch you next time.
Yeah, take care.
See ya. I'm just, like, what was he actually doing at the end? He's literally full HP. Okay, he just like blew all of his mana on the wave, I guess, but all you need is enough mana to press W. Like, Mordekaiser's not there right now. I mean, Yi's dead, but we gotta defend the base. Like, they're coming in for the base. And he just backs just for the hell of it. I mean, I guess he is low mana, but you shouldn't be spending that much mana. Like, you know they're going to march up the middle. I don't know. It's rough. It's rough. Okay. Alright, we'll get on the other account here. That one got up to Platinum 3. See, I mean, I get what you're saying, like, the turbo damage, you know, can be good, but a lot of times, if you're, like, really good on the champion, and Master Yi is a champion that, you know, can be good if he gets enough time and if he gets enough items, for sure. But I would personally, unless it's, like, a one-trick Master Yi that's, like, super good, like a booster or something, I would personally just rather have a tank with CC coming out of the jungle. Even if I'm playing a tank bottom, it's just... It just puts a really high floor. Like, it's hard to be that bad on Rammus unless you're just consistently making bad decisions, which happens. But you don't need a lot of gold. Now, Kha'Zix is someone who is kind of a carry type of jungler, and he is getting more popular these days, but he is someone who sometimes does get up to a high win rate. I mean, Master Yi's done it in the past, too. But Fiddle's Fiddle's an interesting combination because he does a lot of damage, but he also has a lot of CC. Like, his fear is very good. It's like a 2.25 second point click CC. He can AoE it if he hits his ult correctly on multiple people, and he has a silence, and he has a lot of damage. So he's kind of the best of all worlds. I still like Nunu. Zac is pretty good. Morgana, I mean, Morgana's doing pretty well right now. Shaco, surprisingly, is doing pretty well. Shakos are usually one tricks, but he's actually played quite a bit. Like, 8%'s a lot, I feel like, for Shaco. People, in my experience, a lot of times people don't play him unless they play him a lot, you know? Kha'Zix and Nocturne. It's a pretty good mixture, honestly, of junglers right now. Like, you got some AP threats, you got some AD threats, some early game junglers, some tanks. A lot of different things seem to be working on this patch. Oh, poor jungle. We need buffs to jungle right now. Let's see. How many junglers are... What's the highest win rate ADC right now? Jinx? It's like 53. Sivir's 52. And then Vayne gets to 51. So how many ADCs? So we have 153. 1, 2, 3... 352s. So as ADC, you have 153 and 352s. As jungle, you have, and we won't count it if it's less than 1% played, like Sion. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 53s. 1, 2, 3, 4. I won't count till you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 52s. And junglers are complaining about getting a buff into the jungle. It's just like unbelievable. Already probably the most dominant role for the last year or so. They're getting buffs. Because they're not even like the respawn timers they're doing, they're compensating them by giving them more gold per camp. And they have catch-up XP, so they don't even get penalized for making bad decisions about whether to farm or whether to gank. They take less damage in the jungle. They get like more healing from smite. I mean, you just can't win with like jungle content creators. I should have just picked mid as my secondary role, so I'd have be less likely to get jungle, because I think jungle's the second least popular role behind support. It might be AD carry. I think AD carry is actually kind of popular. Well, it happens, Delib. Okay, thank God one of them dodged. Yeah, I mean, that is a good point. There are more in general than marksmen, but I would just say there's more, like, stronger options. Dota 2 it is. Is right, look at a specific role's win rates. Yes. Have catch-up XP as support. Yeah, they're not going to do that, though. There is some catch-up XP actually built in when you're behind in levels. I think there is some built in on kills and assists. What I want to see as a support is more experience for ward kills. Because that's a lot of how you end up falling behind. Even the AD carry is you leave lane to go clear wards. And they give you barely anything. And it's risky to do, because you could get killed while you're doing it, and they could engage and kill your AD carry while you're doing it. So I think that wards should give more XP. Or if they're worried that that might like buff junglers, because junglers clear wards too, just make it to where like when you complete the support item, or when you get the wards available on the support item, then like wards give you double the gold or something like that, or at least like double the XP when you kill them. I think actually ADC, like, if it's played well, is one of the most influential roles right now, but you have to get there. It's just, it takes a while, and if you get snowballed on, most AD carries aren't very good when they're really far behind. I mean, I'm not saying supports necessarily need buffs, but I do think if they're going to buff anything, if we're talking about experience, then that would be fine. On ward kills. I would give supports buffs before I'd give jungler buffs. If I was a, you know, making wide sweeping decisions as a game designer. I mean, I'm not talking like as much XP as an entire lane. I'm talking like a little bit more XP on ward kills. It does feel kind of bad when mid laner roams down to your lane if they've gotten a kill or two and they're like 3 levels above you. Yeah, I agree, Della. That's what I was talking about earlier. I might end up dodging this. This dude doesn't have a lot of confidence in that matchup. Is it 1 minion of XP? Maybe it is. I don't know. The gold's probably okay on it, but 41% Gnar, 40% Silas against Kassadin. Yeah, it's Caitlyn, who's not good. Dude doesn't have any games on Caitlyn. He's got a couple, but we'll take a dodge on that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. Sorry, I forgot. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, let me look it up here real quick. While we're waiting on that. Okay. Zillion has a good win rate, but I feel like there are probably better options most of the time. He can be a pretty good answer to hard engage. Which server is that on? With the point I was making is just that junglers were complaining about getting buffed in the jungle when they're already like one of the most dominant roles, especially at higher elo. Interstella, is that EU West or NA? NA. Okay, did I just type it wrong? Is it all one word? Is that not an E? Okay, got it. I guess I just typed it wrong. Yeah, he is very skill shot dependent. I would probably not go Knight's Vow. That is a good win rate, so that's solid. Yeah, I used to think Knight's Vow was like okay, but after, you know, hearing Double Lift's commentary on it and some other people during some streams, it's just a little underwhelming with like the stats that it has compared to Zeke's, for example. So I'd probably just go Zeke's. Remember, Zeke's applies to auto attack and to spell hits, so even on some mages it can still be decent. And I just feel like it just has a better suite of stats. You know, it's got the health on it, it's got the armor, It has 20 ability haste on it. A little bit of mana is pretty nice, so you don't, you know, run out of mana early on. I think it's just pretty much always go in Zeke second. Like the 15%, you know, redirection is okay, but what are you taking here? Tenacity and Triumph? I would not do Presence of Mind. They changed this. If you do Zeke's, that'll give you the mana and you won't need Presence of Mind. But this is pretty much terrible now. It used to give you 500 mana for free, which was very nice on champions like Nautilus that, you know, had really high mana costs, but I'll put us in queue here. I'll go back to the other one. But since then, it's been pretty rough. So if you want to go in this tree, if they have a lot of CC, I would go for Triumph. Just so you get that extra heal. But Leona, like, it's okay if you get CC'd a decent amount, unless they have, like, an insane amount of CC. But, like, their team, I guess they have, like, Rammus. Everything else is kind of small on the CC. I really like doing Ulti Hunter on her, and then something else, either Zombie Ward or Cheap Shot. If you think you're going to be able to get a lot of kills early, Cheap Shot can give you like some pretty good extra damage early. Just because like your CC is on such a low cooldown that you can get off like multiple Cheap Shots in a fight. Like even a quick fight, you know, it's like 4 seconds long, you can double Cheap Shot. So I think that is really nice if you think you can get the kills early, but then even just something like Zombie Ward or Ghost Poro or something like that can be good later. But yeah, Ulti Hunter is just so good because your ult should be a kill pretty much every time it's up. You kind of go the same runes every game. Yeah, I would adjust that probably a little bit. I really don't like Presence of Mind, especially if you try Zeke's out. I think if you try it out, you'll be a fan. I do think Locket pretty much every game is correct. And then yeah, this is kind of situational, like Unflinching. Again, if they have a ton of CC, it's okay. Like as Leona, it's okay if you get CC'd a little bit though, because you're so tanky. If they're blowing cooldowns on you, that's probably okay. I don't think Zyra is meta, no, not above gold. She can be alright, especially if you're against a dive comp. If they don't have a lot of assassins or a lot of like ranged champs, if it's just a bunch of like melee bruisers, she can be alright, but yeah, Cookie's Cosmic's okay. Hex Flash can be okay. But I would consider just getting like... Sometimes the extra health is pretty nice if they don't have a ton of CC. And then this one just sort of depends as well. If they're going to have decent poke, against Karma, I do like that. But conditioning's very good on her too, because you have Aftershock and you have your W. So you get a lot of value out of conditioning. Font of Life's alright. If you think you're going to be able to bully them out, you could also go Demolish. The W has not been buffed yet. That's next patch. Will she be meta after next patch? I still don't think so. She's okay, but I just think there are a lot of other forces at work that are kind of rough for her. So yeah, I mean, what you have is not terrible, but I think there could be possibly some better choices. I would highly consider going mobility boots, especially if you're ahead in some games as well, and just trying to, you know, look for some plays. Like the Mercury Treads and the plated steel caps, like that's okay if you're really far behind, but you're already pretty tanky as Leona, and you have such a low cooldown ult that you should be able to make it work. I'm gonna ban Morg. I don't know. He's trying to be sneaky. I don't think they're paying that much attention. Well, I mean, like, the shield is very good at protecting. The shield, I don't know. I mean, you could put more points in W as well. You could do 3 points in shield and then 5 points in W. It just kind of depends on the situation. I tend to like the shield a bit more, but the W is good. Well, that's good. That means that's some stuff I can help you out with. It's like, it's not that those are wrong. It depends on your playstyle. Like, if you're not, like, roaming around that much, then, you know, mobility boots aren't going to be worth it. But if you're roaming around, looking for plays, especially if they have a really vulnerable mid laner, right, that doesn't have, like, an easy escape, it looks like they had either... It looks like they may have had Jhin middle or something, then that's just perfect for, like, mobility boots. And I would pretty much always take Ignite on Leona, because you're basically opting into kills. Like, if you're picking Leona, you're going for kills early. So I would just pretty much always have Ignite. Moo support. That's probably not going to happen. I don't even know what Gotchi-gasm is. I just want to, like, throw a bunch of lingo at him. Do I want to look that up? Okay, that's probably fine. Scared him off. I'm not going to play Braum. I don't know. I feel like all roles you can do pretty well at climbing. But yeah, hopefully that'll give you some stuff to think about. So yeah, consider the runes. Some of the stuff we said about runes. Which 3 champs in mid lane? Depends on what your goals are. Okay, we'll just go back over to the other account, I guess, since the dodge timer's probably up by this point. We go dodge. But, I mean, I think Malzahar's, like, if you're looking for, it depends on what your ELO bracket is, but if you're looking for just someone who's consistent and powerful, you know, that gets overlooked a lot, I think Malzahar is pretty good. Galio is getting nerfed next patch. Twisted Fate can be pretty good a lot of the time. It's been a while since I did my my tier list. Let me just look again here. So it kind of depends on how much time you want to put on the one champ. I think Fizz is very good. He almost always has a pretty high win rate. He's never picked or banned. I think Anivia is pretty good. She's kind of a meta call, but I feel like she's pretty good right now. If you really go hard on the one-tricking, Katarina can be good, especially at lower brackets. Something like Orianna, she's much more of like a pro thing, but if you play her really well, she can be good. If you're God mode on Xerath, I'm not a huge fan of that type of champ, but Xerath can be good. I think Zoe, historically, can be pretty good. I'm not sure of her current state. She does get pro attention, so you gotta be careful. Anything that gets picked and banned a lot in pro... I don't think Mundo's a great candidate for one-tricking because whenever he's good, it's just because his stats are so good. Like, there's not a lot of outplay potential, and he's going to get a lot of attention if he's too strong. Like, I think the qualities of a good one-trick are it needs to be gated. So that means that it's got to be hard to play where most people are bad on it for, like, a long-term one-trick. Yet it has to be something that is not picked or banned a lot, doesn't see a lot of pro presence, has versatile itemization. And is like pretty good in a bunch of different matchups. Not a lot of champions meet that all those criteria, obviously. Echo's another one who's pretty underrated and can be pretty good. Cassio in a lot of metas can be pretty good. So I think there are a lot of options. Mid's probably the most diverse role. Kale. Kale's getting buffed next patch. I think she's like okay right now. She's not amazing, but maybe. So I think Mundo, I'm not like, I think there's a difference between something that is like a good one-trick candidate and something that's like good in a certain meta. And I think Mundo's like probably a little underrated right now. He's probably alright, but he's just a stat check champion that is just, it's hard to have him in a balanced state. He's either like too strong with his stats or he's just garbage. Like there's not much in between. I don't like Jace, no. Rengar, yeah. Not middle, but jungle. Yeah, I think Rengar's a good one classically. Kha'Zix. I was just talking about mid lane. I think Nunu is good for solo queue too. I mean, he's not like a super skill check champion, but he's pretty much always overlooked, never picked or banned, no pro presence, versatile. I mean, he checks pretty much every other box except for like pretty high skill cap. Okay. One win over a loss is 16 LP per day. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, no, chip in. I'll talk about jungle, too. No, Victor's good, too. Well, I mean, all of the lanes can climb. If one lane was significantly better for climbing than others, everyone would pile into that lane. And the biggest difference, I think, is like support is picked 17 or 18% of the time, and I think as a primary role, and I think middle is picked like maybe 22% of the time. So there's not any like huge outliers. And then most of the other roles are like, you know, somewhere in between, like between 21 and like 19. So it's like every lane can climb. I'm playing support from the jungle. You kind of are, yeah. How is Dinger? I don't think he's that great. He just got nerfed randomly, like this patch. He's okay. I mean, if you're really, really good on him, there can be some situations, but he's situational and risky. Like, probably best played in top lane against melee. Maybe mid lane. He needs to be against melee, though. So at least he can like hard dominate early and maybe work off of that.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, our team comp's pretty bad if we fall behind. We have almost no CC. And we're all squishy. It's just like the golden trinity of, you know, solo queue, winning in solo queue is survivability, mobility, CC. That's it. And damage, I guess, if you want to throw a fourth one on there. But I think survivability, mobility, and CC are the most important things. And we don't have any of that. Like, CC is probably the most important thing. CC wins games. Because think about how somebody, like, how do games usually end? Somebody gets caught, right? Like, somebody's out of position and they get caught. And if you don't have CC, if you don't have the mobility to make the play on them, and you don't have the CC to lock them up, you know, you're leaving a lot on the table. Now, Varus has CC and I have CC, which is good. Fizz has mobility and high damage, but I didn't think he was going to go that hard level 1. I mean, Rakan's not great level 1, and I don't have Relic Shield, so they're going to hit level 2 first, almost certainly, just off a Relic Shield. He's going to have to flash, probably. I have to flash. I had to eat that Q for him. If your support doesn't have Relic Shield and they do, they're gonna hit level 2 first. Newsflash. Breaking news. When you can execute a minion at half HP, you're probably gonna kill the minions first. Free league betting pick. Huh. I'm not sure exactly what that translates as, but oh shit, my bad. I thought I had Relic for some reason.
Let's start a fight.
Ended up taking that cannon from him. We don't have Psalms. They don't have Ignite. I still have Ignite, I guess. God, he used heal also. It's hard to mess with Thresh. Like, it's basically a skill check. Okay. Just trying to get some stacks. Use my mana a little bit, but obviously Thresh can flay me back whenever I W if he's good enough. Most ADCs are not at this elo bracket. Okay, wasn't a bad trade. Yeah, he's got to hit his... God, that Q does so little damage if you don't have stacks on him. We got a cannon minion.
Living the dream. The dream of darkness.
Oh, they're low? This looks bad. Wow. Jace didn't even come and we still won. And the wave is in a pretty nice place too. Varus is going to lose a little bit, but I'm going to catch it. If I thin this out... should have just used a W there. Wow, he overstayed that much? What? That's a little greedy. I could have maybe gone Fairy Charm and like Biscuits and a Ward. Let's see, macro, vision, and not feeding. Oh yeah, if you're talking about ways to win, yeah, those are really important. I'm trying to understand. Malphite mid, press R. I mean, he's got the engage. Wow, how did I miss that? What the hell? The Rory hell? Oh my lord, really? Bro, fucking body block that. Oh my god, he's like literally 100% health.
You can't kill evil, but you can wear it like a sweet cloak. I don't apologize for doing my thing.
Did he hit her? No. Oh yeah, I do have Ulti Hunter. Yeah, I have 5 stacks of it before I'm even level 6.
Woo! I am so far past redemption, I am in the fun zone.
Well, I mean, at least he recognized it, I guess. I mean, I'm obviously not happy about it, but it is what it is.
Doing the right thing was boring. I'm waiting for fun now.
Maybe should not have used my W there. No, like I saw Thresh, so that was pretty greedy. Really? She seriously fucking took that? Dude, that is... It's obnoxious. Can't believe she got away with that. This seems bad, boys. It seems really bad, like, actually not good. Malphite's gonna ult. Like, what the actual fuck are people thinking?
An enemy has been slain.
Woo! I am alive. Most good guys just kill themselves.
Enemy rampage.
Being bad feels so good.
Maybe because we, like, don't have any CC on our team other than me and Varus. Or because they're up 2 levels. Or because it's in their jungle with very limited vision. Or because they have all their summoners. Or because they have a tower. Or because we have no one to tank tower shots. Or because we don't have a minion wave under the tower. I don't know. I can't think of any reasons.
But it is less complicated. I dance to the beat. The beat called darkness.
They shouldn't have this warded. We can't beat them until we're 6, though, and we probably need Viego. I mean, they're up so much on items. We have a fucking tier. The fuck, dude? Did he just literally walk up and flay him?
An enemy has been slain.
I think he hit him with his hook first, but...
Because I'm bad.
God.
Shut down.
So bad.
Dancing between
Varus just seems like not good right now. I don't know, like, I think his win rate has improved. They've buffed him several times. I think Double Lift was saying he thought he was alright, but I don't know, man. Maybe people just can't play him in this Halo bracket. Yeah, how does he walk up and fucking flay him? Varus has 575 range. That's what I thought happened.
An enemy has been slain.
Alright. Well, the rest, everyone else is doing alright, so game's winnable. I mean, Malphite's just getting annihilated. He's still, that's the thing though. It's like, okay, if Malphite has no gold, who's more useful with no gold, Varus or Malphite? It's like, probably Malphite. Although Varus does at least have an ult. So he's a little bit better off than many other ADCs. If you're gonna feed on someone, he's one of the better ones to feed on, I guess. But
perfection doesn't exist, except for my hair.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I don't think we ever beat him in a fight at this point. Jinx is just a better champion, period, and she has a lot more gold than Varus, so. Alright. Yeah, I mean, if we can get Fizz down here. Okay, please try to go clear that Thresh.
Has destroyed a
Is that
turret.
warded? Look at that damage, dude. That does nothing. That did like 100 damage to him. What the f— Okay, I think we get him anyways, though. Please don't get hooked. Okay, I guess. Did we kill anybody? We killed one person, right? Did we literally not kill a single person? Poppy died, right? She's just respawned? Dude, why? Just leave. Does he take it? Okay, if he took it, I think we could have killed him.
An enemy has been slain.
Universe tends towards chaos. I'm just helping it along.
I need this experience.
Sometimes we
Well, he just pushed the wave, so he's not going to be able to walk up. Hopefully he can buy something. Alright, I'm gonna get Staff of Flowing Water so that I can engage. That should lower the cooldown on other people too. If I shield onto them and then I go in, then they'll get 20% ability haste on their ults too. So It could be pretty good if I open first. If I shield onto Varus and then ult, shield Varus, then ult, then go in, and then Varus ults. I gotta remember to shield before I ult though.
Look different when we're in charge, Riku. More dark matter?
Usually I ult then shield,
As far as the eye can see.
but just to make maximum use of Staff of Flowing Water. Can we beat him? Varus does have some damage. I don't have Ignite.
An enemy has been slain.
Doing the right thing was boring. I'm way more fun now. I only believe in myself. Ooh, and Saya.
I'm gonna blow my flash on that. There's probably a way I could have done that without blowing flash. Dude, that does no damage. That build's been nerfed so hard.
Has destroyed the turret.
He's just basically an ult bot.
Safe is for nerds.
Why would you go Hail with that build and not Dark Harvest though, too?
Shut down.
Most good guys.
No control over anything. Fizz is pretty strong. Viego's pretty strong. I mean, maybe I can do something with them. I can give them a little more vision or something here.
Woo! Being bad just feels so good.
Make sure I don't get ganked here.
Gonna go stare in the mirror. It's daily affirmation time,
I mean, if you're gonna go for this like Legolas build, which has been nerfed a lot, you might as well fully commit to it. You know what I mean? They like what they reworked him, and what they're trying to do is make him into some kind of like combo gunslinger type of champion, sort of like Lucian, where to play him correctly, you need to be like auto attacking and then triggering your passive, your procs, because they increase the damage on the procs, I think, but they decrease the damage on his R. But he doesn't have anything to like speed him up or like any gap closers, so he's just like, he's still just too invulnerable or too immobile, I think, to make that kind of stuff work really well. Did she flash for that? I think she flashed, didn't she?
Dance to the beat. Beat called darkness.
It's possible she didn't flash for it, but I'm pretty sure she did. Where'd he TP? Oh, he TP'd middle.
Has been slain.
Okay.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Life is way more fun when you give up the rules.
Shit. I don't have ult for 12 seconds.
Has been slain.
That was risky. I think I could have, I don't know. I really wanted to E back in, but then one more person showed up. and it started looking bad. So it felt bad to like waste my ult, but I don't remember who showed up, but it was looking good for a second until that third person showed up. Then I was like, eh. Like I really wanted to get the Jinx and the Poppy, but
Doesn't exist, except for my hair.
I think it was still, I made a pretty good play to get him there. We're still pretty good. Hey, what's up, Daniel?
If you forget my name, just call for the Lord of Darkness, Prince of Evil.
I need to go get vision. It's a little bit longer than 60 seconds, but yeah, not much. It's I think. I mean, maybe it is literally 60 seconds with how much ability haste and ulti hunter I have. But yeah, it's not that long. It's better than inting under their tower. Why don't I play Maokai? The meta's changed. He's still good, but like the buff to Shirelia's is extremely good for Rakan. And you're seeing more like hyper carries come into the meta now, so like more Jinxes, that type of stuff, rather than like you're still seeing Jins, but and it's just a lot of stuff has changed. Yeah, I thought Lulu was already good. I didn't think she needed buffs, but I don't think she's like overwhelmingly OP right now, but I do think that she's good and she probably didn't need buffs, so. You can do Shrelius from Maokai, but you're going to be a lot squishier. I mean, it can work, but you know, part of what made him really good is he did a lot of damage. She stunned me in the middle of my W. That was unfortunate. But yeah, so it was really like the poke build with Mandate. They did nerf that a little bit, and they did nerf the AP. I mean, he still has a really high win rate. I don't know. I could play him more. I just feel like Rakan's really good too, but it's not like he's bad. What constitutes a hyper carry? Something that auto attacks really fast most of the time. Auto attacks really fast and does a hell of a lot of damage, sustained damage over time, which is usually a combination of either crit or on hit builds that auto attack really fast. I think that's how people usually define it. Like, you don't deal with this champion, it'll delete your entire team. Let me get here. Maybe just Zeke's. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll get Kindle Gem and decide. We could also do Redemption.
It's that the light inside me died, leaving a dark, very good-looking soul.
I don't think it's worth it to get Ardent Sensor with our build, or with like our champs. Nah, we're starting to lose this game. We're just kind of intent. You just can't do that with like Jace and Viego.
The universe employs chaos. I'm just helping it along.
Okay, we're down a person. This is gonna be Baron. Yeah, I did a whole video about the changes for next patch. I didn't get to release it before the stream, but I'm gonna release it tomorrow. Yeah, it's okay on Viego, yeah. But, dude, he's gonna turn around and ult you, man. Hmm. I'm pretty sure Varus is like procs or magic damage too, and not physical, which makes the lethality less appealing. I mean, it's still like okay. I don't know. Like the on hit also got nerfed with his W, so. Fuck. Yeah, we're just like hard inting. Like Malphite's down 70 CS and he's 2 and 4, but he's still useful because he can press R, just like a worse version of Malzahar. They're not getting that much off of this. Like they got a dragon though, so we're like throwing pretty hard, but at least they're not. I mean, they're just getting some singles off of this. They're not getting a home run as of yet. No way, really? Should be fine.
I only believe in myself. Ooh, and Saya.
Yeah, I mean the on-hit build's worse, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just comparing it to when it used to feel like really broken, and it's just like okay now. Okay. Huh.
Most good guys are just kidding themselves.
We don't have Jace. Jace does have TP, but we don't have any good TP wards.
I do what I want. No,
I don't have any wards.
Enemy killing spree.
Not with Malphite. Not with Malphite. If they want to do Baron, they're going to make us look at Baron. Holy shit! Can I move? Alright, well I guess we stopped him. What the fuck? I guess it was just Poppy turned on her circle. What all CC'd me? Poppy's circle and then Thresh's flay? That's 3 seconds of CC? There's no Thresh's hook there. I guess she charged me into the wall too. Really? She responded that quick?
thanks, Riku. Real cold.
Really wish we had a tank.
To the beat. The beat called darkness.
anything here? Fucking hell. He dodged me. Maybe I should have gotten the Grievous Wounds item. Does anyone else have Grievous? I guess we maybe get a compensation prize here. Whoa, why? Why would you waste that on just the Thresh? Yeah, we just lose. I probably should have just dodged this. It's just one of those comps where you just cannot fall behind, and it's just gonna happen. Anytime you have Jace. Jace is just like the biggest bait pick of all time. He just feels like he should be so OP, but he's just not. You just see, like, you know, some Korean playing Jace at Worlds. You're like, oh my god, that champion's OP! And then it's like anyone that's not the Shy. I mean, his KDA is not even that bad. It's just like, he just doesn't do anything. Like, all he does is just damage. Oh, what? They just ended? Oh, we just surrendered. What? No, Poppy's W doesn't ground you for that long. It's like 1 second. I think she tackled me into the wall. We can go back and look at it real quick. I think that's probably going to be it for tonight, unfortunately. Go to live here, and then... There's just other champions that do what Jace wants to do better, right? Like Gnar. Gnar's been nerfed some, but if you want like a ranged like lane bully that also like does stuff, there's better options, I feel like. Even like Darius or Garen. I mean, they're not ranged, but they are like lane bullies. Viego's, he's okay. But yeah, he's a similar thing. He has some piece of CC, like, but it's very, very limited. And he's just a squishy champ. Like, neither one of them even builds Sterix. I just think that the best types of champs are like the fighter champs that builds like the Sterix types of champs right now. If you don't want to play a full-on tank, like those are probably some of the better options. Okay, let's see. Dude, I was CC'd for like a year. Let me just slow this down here. What? Hold on. The fuck? Stop me. Okay, so I hit the Thresh. Oh, it was Chompers? I didn't even see those Chompers. What? Okay, yeah, she just throws the Chompers right on top of her. And then I get tackled. How am I still CC'd for that long, though? Dude, what? How long is that tackle? 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. What? Like, just look at my disable on my shield. That starts at 31 seconds. Okay, so Thresh, like, hooked me or flayed me or something? Yeah, he flayed me. Okay. Chompers. Tackle. Like, look at that X. What the fuck is CCing me? That it wasn't even her circle. Her steadfast presence, I don't think. Because she, like, I was already CC'd by the Chompers. And then she tackled me into a wall. Did she ult me and the graphic is just screwed up? I can't tell with her graphic. Maybe she like point blank ulted me and I just didn't go anywhere. Is that what that animation is? I can't tell if she's whirling her hammer or not, but that little like spirally animation, is that her ult? That? Maybe she ulted me in place. But I didn't go flying up. I know, but the Chompers, like, they overlap the CC. Like, almost as soon as I hit Chompers, then she tackled me into the wall. They didn't get the full duration of the, CC, like, doesn't stack like that. If they CC you again early, you lose the time. So, like, I was only rooted by those Chompers for, like, half a second or something before she tackled me. Did Thresh hook me? Riven stun me? Where's... no, Riven's not there. Because, like, my E wasn't even up to move. So it wasn't her steadfast presence. Like, my E never comes up. So I didn't even get to try to move. That was just straight up the tackle. Looked like it lasted like almost 3 seconds. I thought it was more than 2 seconds though. Is she really maxing tackle second? Well, I did move up there, right? Maybe I'm just completing my animation. Yeah, okay, I'm just completing my animation, I guess, after the stun wears off. That's really weird. Hey, what's up, Abaddon? Well, we lost. We were ahead at one point, but we just had a comp that if we fell behind, we were going to lose, and that's what happened. We had Jace and Viego, so we just didn't have any tanks. Varus is a really underwhelming ADC, in my opinion, at least in low platinum or gold or whatever this is matched at. But anyways, okay, well, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank y'all very much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'll aim to be on around 11:30 or so. I am almost done with all my school stuff for the semester. So I should be able to stream a little bit more. And then I am going to start doing Total War again, and I am going to start releasing some World of Warcraft content as well, if you're interested in that. And then, of course, I'm going to do more League stuff. I did a League patch analysis, and I built in my thoughts on the jungle changes. I talk about the jungle for probably 10 or 15 minutes and patch notes for like 15 minutes for what's coming up next. And then I'll do a tier list for probably support for next patch. Yeah, it seems really weird that, well, I mean, W lowers the cooldown on it. I would think that's pretty significant. I don't know if you're supposed to max W or E. I guess E does more damage. And if you are in the jungle, you know, there are a lot of walls you can tackle them into, but... Well, yeah, Varus is weird. The way that he currently is with lethality, I would say he's a little bit more early game. Like, with his attack speed build that he used to get with, like, the Blather King Gensu's type of stuff, he was actually pretty good late game. But it just kind of depends on how you build him and how the meta's shaken out. But I think he's a little on the weak side right now. Maybe that changes next patch. They are buffing up Gensu's, so we'll see. Okay, well, maybe I'm wrong about that. I mean, that just seemed like it's so long for the CC. It seemed way too long, but anyways, I mean, could I have done? I think it was right to go for that. Maybe I should have seen the Chomper, so what else could I have done? I guess I could have just W and knocked up. Let me see, what were my other options? I could have just stayed on the Thresh if I was paying attention to Chompers. I just, honest to God, didn't even see them. Like, there's so much, like, so many graphics and animations going on in that pit, I just didn't even see the Chompers. But I should have been looking for it. The Thresh really threw me off. I think that Flay is what saved her, because that delayed me by, like, half a second. And then that let her throw Chompers down. If Thresh didn't get that Flay on me, I think we would have won that. I mean, Baron's at half. I didn't have to go into full-on panic. Oh, where'd Riven come from? She flashed? Where'd she flash in from? Oh, she flashed over the wall. Yeah, I should have just gone on the Riven then. If I would have gone on Riven there and peeled the Varus, I think Fizz would have had enough power to make the Jinx leave, maybe. Of course, if Poppy didn't tackle me, she would have tackled Fizz, probably. I'm not sure. I think after Thresh flayed me and she throws down Chompers, yeah, I had plenty of notice. Like, Chompers are clearly right there. And then Riven was clearly there also. So I should have just played back and probably just hit the Riven as soon as she jumped over the wall. And it's just one of those things where, like, I think it was the correct play to go for her initially, but after I got... Or another option would be to flash the wall. I think flashing the wall right there, ulting, and then flashing the wall, and then getting the Jinx was probably the best play, because that would have hit Riven too. I could have knocked them both up, and then Fizz would have deleted them with my Ignite. I should have definitely ignited her, because I can still ignite her even while I'm CC'd. I was just, like, so freaked out, like, trying to, like, not be CC'd for 50 years. I don't think it would have made a difference, the Ignite, but like, I think Fizz gets her anyways, but it just takes forever. Well, maybe it would have. Yeah, he gets her. So I think if I just don't be greedy and just flash the wall, R, flash the wall, and knock them both up, I think Fizz probably kills them both and we win that. So I could have played it better for sure. But anyways, all right. Well, thank y'all very much. We'll be back tomorrow. Aim for around 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll see everyone next time. Have a good day.